Hey everybody, it's Yin Yang Total War, and I am back with another showcase. This time it's going to be our boy Yuan Bo. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time talking. Let's jump straight in. Okay, let's stop right there for a second. Why? Why with the lizardmen? Lizardmen are Yin Yin's thing. Like, I don't understand why we're going with lizardmen for Yuan Bo. There is a numerous amount of people they could go with. I don't know why CA has chosen to go this way, unless they're just telling us right now that they're not going to do Yin Yin, which would be super disappointing. But anyway, back to it. Still pretty cool.
Bureaucrat, administrator, wizard. Yuan Bo's siblings see only a diligent statesman. If but they knew how deep the Jade Dragon's claws could cut. A duty-bound diplomat with a dark side. If Yuan Bo appeals to you, consider pre-ordering, dropping a like, or sharing your thoughts. The Celestial Riverlands is the Jade Dragon's haunt in the Realms of Chaos campaign, and in Immortal Empires, he starts in the Amira swamps but already owns Shangwu. In both campaigns, he'll begin by ridding the realm of orcs.
Wait a second. He starts in Lustria? Is that right? So CA is just saying no Yin Yin, right? Because that's what it's got to be. Anyway, enough of my rant.
As a prominent leader of Grand Cathay, Yuan Bo is concerned with matters of state and can effect instant change in his armies and settlements. But a good leader looks outward too, and trade deals with the Jade Dragon will reveal all regions owned by the trading faction. Beyond day-to-day politics, Yuan Bo looks to the Wuxing compass and, under his father's direction, plots to unlock its true potential. Using steel and stone tokens, Yuan Bo can enact various army, hero, and settlement actions across the campaign map. These range from instantly completing a turn of ongoing recruitment, to restoring campaign movement, to resetting diplomatic relations, and many more.
That is a pretty awesome system. I'm looking very forward to that.
Tokens cannot be destroyed, only transferred. For example, spent stone tokens undergo a 5-turn cooldown period before being returned as steel tokens. Winning battles reduces the cooldown by 1 turn. Additional tokens are earned by declaring fortress cities or commercial districts. Here, Yuan Bo is heading for the Tower of Ashir, but Shang Yang stands in his way. The AI is recruiting, so we'll send our hero to damage their recruitment buildings. Employing structured operation here guarantees a successful hero action and sets us up for an easier attack.
Demolition is my goal.
Yuan Bo cannot abide dissenters. The executioner will spill Cathayan blood if needed.
Pretty dark.
Infantry beware the Jade Lion's breath. With 2 charges and significant damage, this spell is as devastating as it is finite. The Emperor's Executioner isn't merely Yuan Bo's title. Twice per battle he can summon a Jade Sword to strike down enemy heroes and lords.
Oh!
With access to multiple laws, including Yin,
Nice.
Yang, Light, and Heaven, Yuan Bo is a savage fighter, both as a human or a dragon, at range or up close. Later, we've recouped our spent steel tokens as stone tokens and can perform the commercial district action. This converts a tier 3 province capital into a commercial district, which gains improved effects from settlement buildings and all infrastructure and resource buildings. What's more, we've now gained additional tokens added to our pool. As part of Yuan Bo's faction mechanics, he reveals the region owned by trade partners, allowing for more forward planning. This further reveals neighbouring factions who can also be traded with, which, in some cases, creates cascading trade deals.
Wait just a second. What? Back it up.
And resource buildings. What's more, we've now gained additional tokens added to our pool. As part of Yuan Bo's faction mechanics, he reveals the region owned by trade partners, allowing for more forward planning.
Nice.
This further reveals
Nice.
neighbouring factions who can also be traded with, which, in some cases, creates cascading trade deals.
Continue working with me.
Unless the negative trade
Coupled with the Ivory Road,
goes
which
against
itself
you.
reveals further factions to trade with, the Jade Dragon soon has an unparalleled lay of the land.
I wanna
agreeing
see
to
the
join distant
Immortal
wars,
Empire.
which you're unlikely to ever participate in, to cinch a coveted trade deal with the Ice Queen is a diplomatic no-brainer.
I am compelled to.
Under secret orders from the Dragon Emperor, Yuan Bo has been tasked with undertaking a portion of a grander plan centuries in the making. He must seek out locations where the winds of magic gather and build astromantic relays to extend the reach and power of the Jade Compass.
Interesting.
There are 4 locations Yuan Bo must gain control of, either through diplomacy or force, and these change depending on your campaign type. In Immortal Empires, you'll be assaulting Lizardmen major settlements. In the Realms of Chaos, the locations are the Tower of Hashir, Weijin, Ojkulak, and Dragonfang Mount. Once captured, he must gather his strength whilst the relays are constructed and survive an onslaught of Lizardmen warriors, for Yuan Bo's actions work against the Old One's will.
Very cool.
Each new direction on the compass offers powerful boons.
So before we get started on the Wujing Compass, I gotta say that I really do like the fact that they're carrying the campaign narrative over into Immortal Empires. I think that's really important. I think that's something that really needs to happen going forward with all DLC factions. And if they can, go back and bring some of those mechanics into the main game for the prior DLC factions, right? There's no reason that we can't have a race for the Vortex. There's no reason that we can't have a the Vampire Coast one where they're trying to get the Merworm. I can't remember the Merworm's name, but these are really important, and I think that they should be in the main game, right? Anyway, it does sound like a really cool system, and I'm gonna lay up on or I'm gonna lighten up, excuse me, on the no yin yin business, just because if you're a mod, if you mod like I do, right? Like if you play with mods like I do, you got yin yin anyway, so whatever. And B, I could see the Emperor saying, you know, I would have entrusted this to Yin Yin, but she's already failed me, and so now I'm going to entrust it to Yuan Bo. Anyway, let's get back into it.
Nongjiang Basin provides additional growth based on your Cathayan-owned provinces, as well as boons to buildings when activated. Ashir awards additional winds of magic power reserves for each Cathayan-owned army, but has no active effect. Dragon River grants character immortality and reduces attrition casualties, but has no reserve effect. And Broken Lands increases the recruitment rank for each Cathayan-owned region and buffs unit and character experience when active. Once each direction has been unlocked and held against an onslaught of lizardmen, the Jade Dragon must face one final incursion. Lord Mazdamundi confronts Grand Cathay's perversion of the Great Plan himself.
Oh wow.
It is here that Yuan Bo must prove he is worthy of his father's trust.
Cannot delegate this.
As leader of the Jade Court, Yuan Bo has access to the best soldiers, constructs, and artillery Grand Cathay can offer, as well as new additions to the Cathayan roster arriving in Shadows of Change. The Onyx Crowmen are more than Celestial Court spies. Their wicked beaks, terrifying speed, and impressive numbers make them the perfect choice to harass enemy backlines or run down routers. Only the most powerful warriors of Grand Cathay's army rise to the rank of Grand General of the Celestial Host.
Ooh.
Gifted and skilled fighters, these dragon-blooded generals are outfitted from the armories of Wei Jin and lead their men from the front lines. Jade and Jet Lions, deadly slabs of card rock, wreak havoc in melee, but are valued in Cathay for their magical properties. Jet Lions will dampen the effects of magic, whilst their Jade counterparts will boost sorcery and spellcasting. In the traditions of Grand Cathay, a great war drum hangs above the gates of every city. But when danger calls from afar, the drum is carried to war to drive the beat of battle into the dragon's loyal soldiers. From that rhythm, Cathay finds its power.
So are
and
those
its
units
victory.
gonna stay with that drum? Because that's pretty cool.
Answering the drum's beat is 3 additional Cathayan regiments of renown: the Grace of Kuei Yin, Empress Crowman, and the Jade War Drum.
Okay, there's no soldiers around that one, so now I'm confused again. Okay, so no offense to CA on this one. You really should not show the characters doing like it's in game, right? You shouldn't show in game stuff where they do things that they cannot do, like landing on that rooftop. Very cool animation, right? But just like back in Rome, when the Romans did like the massive beach landing, and it was the epic siege versus Carthage, and that's not how the game played, right? Same thing for mounted artillery on the walls in the, I want to say it was the Dwarf trailer. There was just artillery coming from all throughout the walls. That's not how that game played. So, you know, let's not do that. Anyway.
And that's it for the Jade Dragon and his bureaucratic intrigues. Next up, the hexings of Mother Estenkia. See the description below to pre-order, like, or share your thoughts.
Alright. So, very cool. I really do enjoy, I really am going to enjoy playing as Yuan Bo, even though I don't agree with his, with the changing lore around him right now. I do think it is a very cool, it is a very cool campaign, and I'm really wanting them to go ahead and come out with this Cathay 8th edition book that they're writing all this stuff based off of, because the lore that we have is just like been thrown out the window right now. So anyway, looks very cool. I really like the new mechanics coming. I cannot foresee myself playing as the other two dragon siblings after Yuan Bo releases, because his campaign just sounds a lot more fun, a lot more interesting. But hey, that's me, and I will I'll see you guys in the next one. So as always, to all my friends wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. Thanks again to everyone for watching. I really couldn't do this without the support of my family, friends, and everyone who is helping me take my dream of becoming a content creator to the next level. I believe this channel will only get better as time goes on, so if you want to aid me in this journey, all I ask is you do what the kids say.
Comment, like, and subscribe!
Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.